Hey guys, it's Tallara. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. On our last episode, we helped Halsin while he went through a portal to rescue his friend, aka Spirit of the Forest, Thaniel. We had quite a defensive fight on our hands, but we managed to make it through. And now Halsin asked us to meet him back at camp because something is wrong with Thaniel. So let's go check in with him right now. Hey Halsin.
Thaniel is resting. But it's no easy slumber. I discovered what's wrong with him. The shadows rendered him in two when they bore him away to the Shadowfell. Half of his essence remained here, amidst the curse. What stayed behind would have been the strongest part of him. But after all these years left in the darkness, corruption must have taken hold.
Can it be undone?
Perhaps. If we can find Thaniel's lost half, and make him whole again. Only, the missing half may not come willingly. The curse will have sunk its tendrils deep, twisting Thaniel's essence into something else.
Okay, any ideas on how to find this missing half?
No matter how it's been twisted by the shadows, it is still part of Thaniel's essence. It will resemble him somehow, and may show signs of his power. Look for signs of life in the darkness, wildflowers where everything else is dead. The curse cannot subdue the power Thaniel bears. Not entirely. In fact, I saw just the sort before, not long after we first came within reach of the Shadow Curse. Fool that I am, I did not grasp their significance at the time. There is a ruin some way outside of Last Light. I caught a glimpse of fresh blooms there, but did not investigate further. I shall mark it upon your map.
All good. That's perfect, Halsin. Thank you for the heads up. All right, leave it to me.
This doesn't have to be your burden alone. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side. If you want me, I'm yours. Against the curse, against the absolute... anything. Just say the word.
Okay, well, yeah, join me.
Seems your ranks are quite packed. If some space frees up, I'll be ready for you.
All right, so Halsin finally officially joins our party now. It takes a while. You meet him in Act 1, but he can't actually join your party till Act 2. So we're gonna have to free up some space. I'm gonna ask Shadowheart to stay behind for right now.
Poor Karlach. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left.
Yeah, it's hard. Anyway, we should journey separately for now. I'll look for you here if I need you again.
If you're sure.
Yep, I'm sure.
Fine. I'll be here whenever you rediscover your taste in company.
I love how they just all shade me when I take them out of the party. Come on, guys. Be nice. Alright, Halsin, I freed some room up. You want to join?
Thaniel still suffers. There'll be no improvement until his essence is restored, I fear.
I know, get right on it. Come, I need you by my side out there.
Good. Now our roots can deepen. Together.
I love how randomly Gale just approved of Halsin joining my party. Not sure why Gale cares about that. Maybe he's seen the seed of romance that's blossoming between us. Is Gale my wingman? Has he set me up? Anyway, before we go, look who I saw over here. Our little friend. Arabella.
Hey you. I made it. Easy peasy.
Good.
You find Mum and Pops?
For once, I find myself at a loss for words. They're gone, Arabella. I'm sorry.
No. No. I don't believe you.
I wish this were simply another tale, but it's not. I'm telling you the truth.
They'd never leave me. They promised. Get away from me. Go!
You wanna babysit her withers?
Thou walkest alone. On all these harsh nights, thou hast sought no company.
You sound disapproving.
Love is no domain of mine, but it is often cited as the purpose of mortal life. Wherefore turnst thou from it?
I cannot believe Withers is shading my love life right now. Look, I really don't want to talk to you about this.
And thus thou art alone.
Savage! I've been saving myself for Halsin, okay? Good God. Leave me be. Alright, I took a minute to get Halsin all kitted out. He looks like a knight now, honestly. He's got a cloak, he's got armor. Gladys is getting more and more hot and heavy. Just looking at this handsome prince. But anyway, now we need to head out.
Years ago, before the assault on Moonrise Towers.
Finally.
At the time spoke to us all, inspiring our courage. He was a fine leader.
I was gonna say, we're finally hearing some lore. So Halsin was indeed here 100 years ago for the first fight against Ketheric Thorm. It's cool to hear some of his perspective about it. So he did mark on my map. Perception failed. What does that mean? Is there going to be an ambush? Now I'm worried. Yep. It's kind of funny. It's like, even though your perception failed, it's like you know you're going to get ambushed, because why else would there have been a perception thing in the first place? But
over there.
Doesn't mean that my characters are not surprised, and now we have shadow-cursed vine blights to deal with. Chop them up, Karlach. Chop them up. Whoa, that's a big one. Shadow-cursed shambling mound. And he brought these dead people back to life. Well, at least we'll get our first look at Halsin in battle. Oh my god, they are hitting Karlach a lot. Unfortunately, none of us can move because we're surprised. The only one of us who wasn't surprised was Karlach, because one of her abilities is that she cannot be surprised. What is this guy doing? He's just climbing. Dude! What the hell? Pick a spot and stick to it, please! Alright. That was a waste of our time. I would like to have a turn now, please. It's starting to feel really unfair. How many turns you've gotten. How little turns I've gotten. Okay, finally. Now, I want to use Cleave to get both of these guys. We can use... Nice.
Let's go.
Gladys, you need to heal Karlach. And then we'll put down this. Alright, it's our first turn with Halsin. So Halsin is obviously a very different character because he can both act as basically a mage with all of his magic, but then he also has the ability to transform into a bear at any time, which so that's pretty cool. Let's see. So he has a lot of different abilities. Sleet Storm, Ice Storm. I feel like Ice Storm will be nice. Put it right here. Whoa! Oh my... Okay, unfortunately the Ice Storm killed Karlach, but it also killed literally everyone else, so we'll take it. There, we can heal Karlach. Oops. Weird camera angles. This is literally amazing. Only a 35% to hit him. So we'll hit him instead. Nice. Alright. All that's left is the big guy.
I need your help.
Thorn whip. That was cool, even though it did miss. I love how this big, scary, massive vines is frightened of us. That was Gladys for you. Good job, Gladys. Oh, I didn't notice there was a little guy hiding over here. It's too dark, though.
Soldier.
Ooh! I didn't know they exploded on impact. Good to know. Let's go. Get up, Karlak. No time to nap yet. Now it's time for you to turn into a wild shape. So we've got actually lots of different wild shapes we can choose from. We've got badger, bear, cat, deep growth, owlbear, dire raven, spider, wolf, and panther. So many options. We're gonna go owlbear. Yes! Look at me! I'm so big and fluffy! How did you miss? Come on. There we go. Owlbear versus Shadow Curse Shambling Mound. Who you got your money on? Don't have a great angle here for shooting, but we may as well try.
What now? What path lies before me?
Vertically inspire our owlbear. And whisper to him. So he has Lunar Mend, which you can expend spell slots to regain hit points. Enrage, increase your strength by 2, and possibly make nearby creatures fearful. Nice. Anyone would be scared of an owlbear's rage. This was quite the ambush we stepped into here.
Find a route. Want another? Come on. Can't stay idle.
Custardous discharge. Ew. Hell yeah. Good job, folks.
Awake and alert.
I love Halsin as an owlbear. Why are you so cute? Alright.
One day I'll catch a break.
Well, the real question is, were you guarding anything of note back here? Let's climb up the ladder and see. There's a dead guy up here who has a key for something. Ragged Diary. Fool me to think I'd fare better than the other treasure hunters in this god's cursed wasteland, but the promise of a cursed beast as a trophy was a temptation I couldn't leave behind. Bloody needle blights took me by surprise, though I'm not sure how. How could I have expected anything less? It's all so much worse than I imagined. Found a key up here, but unless it unlocks a chest full of water and sunlight, I've no use for it. Okay, so he didn't know what the key was for either, but do you think it was maybe for this? Yeah, Ring of Self-Immolation. Oh my god, did you see Halcyon as the owlbear just jump across there? That was hilarious. I'm obsessed. I guess he just stays in that shape until you cancel it, eh? Cool by me. Alright. Let's get back on track. This apparently was not the way we needed to go. Well, it is a way. If we can jump over here, that's where we need to go. It's gonna give us minus 3 HP though. There's gotta be another way around. Let's go see. This place really is spooky, isn't it? I wonder what it would look like.
The curse has torn open the ground itself.
I was just about to say, I wonder what it would look like without the curse. I don't know if the lands could ever heal from this. There's a literal crater in the ground, but you'd have to think something can be done if we can help Nathaniel get back. Wait a minute, do you see this? Night Orchid. Didn't Shadowheart tell me that's her favorite flower? I think she did. Okay, I'll hold on to that and see if we can give it to her later. Now, let's hop over this little crack. I love seeing Halcyon jump as a bear. That's so funny. Okay, we're getting close to where he marked on our map. In fact, my game just auto-saved. We've got some dead Githyanki warriors.
All I wanted was to play.
In a kid's voice? Yeah, this might be the place. Hello?
I want to play.
Anyone in here?
I scared you! I saw it!
You kinda did.
Nobody beats me at hide and seek.
Though shrouded in shadows, the child's resemblance to Thaniel is unmistakable. This must be his dark half, warped by the curse.
Will you play with me?
I know who you really are and where you really belong. You need to reunite with Thaniel.
Spoil sport. I'm not going back. I like it here. I've made a family for myself. I get to play all the time.
Like it or not, you don't belong here.
Yes, I do. You can't make me do anything.
Classic kids.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Talking to them's like beating your head against a wall. Uh-oh.
He's gone, and we need to follow.
Oh, he left a portal. Guess we're going through it? Don't like the sound of that. Where did this bring us? Looks like we're back in there. Okay, there's Thaniel. He's surrounded by something called a night dome, and he's got daddy and mommy. Best mummy ever. Best daddy ever. Oh, this is sad. This is the family he's been talking about? Okay. Yeah, that's really sad. But yeah, it looks like he brought us right into the middle of the town. Alright. Guess we're gonna have to fight him. I was hoping, you know, we wouldn't have to fight a kid, but we can't help it if he doesn't listen. Sorry, Daddy. Alright, so he summoned a whole bunch of shadow friends, which die in one hit. Daddy's lecture? Luckily it missed. I don't want to know what that entailed. Alright, Alright, well, take out some of these kids, will you? It's really dark when you say it like that, but you know what I mean. Shadow kids. I feel like we definitely don't want the shadow kids to reach him. Maybe they'll like bolster his strength or something. Necrotic stump! Gladys, you can't just call kids necrotic stumps. Can you? I don't know.
Stop that! You're supposed to be playing, not breaking things.
You're the one trying to break me! You can't have your cake and eat it too, kid.
What's it gonna take?
Sorry, Mummy.
You want to play? Let me show you my favorite toy.
Why do I feel like I don't want to know the favorite toy? Fluffy memory? Uh-oh. It just brought in something called a shadow plush, which is literally a shadow owlbear. Luckily, we've got our own owlbear on our side. Got some of these kids. Gladys's cutting words are really cutting today. Ooh, so close.
Worth a try.
Shadow plush used shadowy claws and it really hurt. We're gonna have to get Halcyon over there to fight one-on-one. So I can get rid of these kids. Oh, Gladys is down. Okay. Okay, yeah, it looks like defeating the kids is lowering the health of the Night Dome. Oh my god, okay. Here I thought we'd just be able to run by the kids, but apparently not. Allison's just gonna have to deal with them. Nice, there goes Daddy.
Stop it right now.
Oh yeah. The Night Dome is crumbling. If we can get rid of Mommy and the Shadow Plush, we'll be smooth sailing. It's time for Owlbear versus Owlbear. Alright, Karlak. Time to chop up Mommy!
All I wanted to do was play.
Well, your play is awfully violent, so, I'm shutting this shit down. Night Dome's only got 7 HP left.
On the victor's path.
Nice, it's down.
Why can't you just leave me alone?
Oh.
Why can't I just stay here playing? I had everything I've ever wanted.
He's being blocked by Halcyon right now.
Ruined it.
Awkward camera angles are awkward.
I'm leaving. You can't make me.
Be gentle. He's much more than a child. But he doesn't truly.
Oh my god. He's like inside of Halcyon right now. I'll just say talk to him, Halcyon. You know what needs to be said better than anyone.
It shall be done.
I'm so sorry for this, guys. This is the worst cutscene ever.
You leave. This is your home. But it is dark, empty, lonely. I don't want you to be alone. I want you to be with Thaniel.
Why should I go back to him? He abandoned me.
I can't take this conversation seriously with this imagery.
Neither of you are to blame.
You can see Will in the background there.
I truly do. Thaniel was my friend.
Oh my god.
I played with him, grew up while he stayed the same. He made me who I am today. And then he was ripped away from me. Same as for you. But you need not be alone any longer. You need not.
Oh, there's his face at least.
Thaniel is back.
There we go. This is better.
He's waiting for you.
Oh, spoke too soon.
I'll do it. It might be nice to be with him again. Bye. And thank you for playing with me.
Welcome. Bye. Can we get out of this cutscene now, for God's sakes? This is messed up.
It's done, at last. Soon the land will be unshrouded. We should return to Thaniel when we can.
Wow, the weird close-up. That was crazy. Okay. Well, besides the whack cutscene, we did what we needed to do. The other half of Thaniel has been returned to him, which means if we head back to camp, hopefully we'll be able to check in on him. Alright, here we are back in camp. Let's find Halcyon. There he is. Hey man, slow down. I need to check in with you.
Oakfather preserve you.
You know, I met a peer of yours, the druid Jaharia. Do you know her?
Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought.
Fair enough.
And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt.
You're an archdruid. What could you possibly have left to learn from anyone?
No matter how long I live, I will always strive to remain a keen pupil.
And that's why he's humble Halcyon.
I think he could drink in all knowledge until none is left. There is always more. Nature's tapestry is infinitely complex. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Would she have helped the refugees? Defended the Grove? Controlled Korga? At least now we can benefit from her presence. And perhaps work to a common goal.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, anyway, I actually see Thaniel over here, so I think I had to wait for him to get back to his camp. Here we go.
Spoke to me while I was sleeping. He spoke of you. Said that you fought shadow and spite to restore me.
I did try my best.
Years of sickness almost ended. I feel every root that riddles the earth beginning to unfold. But there is one anchor, still holding the shadows in place. The soul that brought it into being, for the land to heal. Ketheric Thorm must die.
Alright, well, that was already on the to-do list, so I can definitely make that happen.
Ketheric's soul still nourishes the shadows. Destroy him, so the land may heal. So that I may heal.
Again, Daniel, it's on the to-do list. Hang on.
Oakfather preserve you.
You've spent all these years fighting the Shadow Cursed. What happens when once it's lifted?
Honestly, I never thought I'd make it that far. But the Absolute is a threat to all, and I promised I'd help you with your parasite. So, I'll remain with you. If you'll have me, that is.
Of course. I only wish you'd joined me earlier.
So do I. But one duty at a time.
How am I holding up in your estimations?
I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seemed my faith was more than well-founded.
Well, thank you. You know, I feel like I haven't gotten to know you properly yet.
It's true, and I can't imagine I helped with that. Sometimes I let the task at hand consume me, and people think I'm obsessed. Trust me, the day I no longer have to talk about the Shadow Curse will be a happy one. What would you like to know?
Well, How did you come to be a druid?
I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Thaniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector.
It's a nice story. He's like his big brother. Do you have people out there somewhere? Family, friends, a lover, perhaps?
You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place?
No, definitely not.
Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you.
Oh my god. I'm family already? You know, you didn't answer the part about lovers.
I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding.
So, don't leave me hanging. Is there someone in your life right now? Also, it was a good plot point to learn that he was 350 years old.
Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will improve.
Fair enough. Okay, good to know. Hold on, though. Nature needs reminding of what, exactly?
Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape, only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social.
No way.
A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned.
That's an amazing backstory for a scar. You know, don't take this the wrong way, but you're quite large for an elf. You like to bulk, don't you?
I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now.
We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
It's a natural question, but I don't have a good answer, I'm afraid. Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened.
Fair enough. Why can't we have a beefed up elf? All right, last but not least, tell me something about yourself that I wouldn't even think to ask.
I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature?
No, that's a given.
I know. Well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey.
You really are a bear. So you turn into a bear and you like honey? A little on the nose.
I like what I like.
You're kind of built like one too in your humanoid form.
In denying yourself, so long as others aren't affected.
So whittling, what do you make?
Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks.
You know, I live in mortal fear of krakens, though I've never actually seen one. That's actually perfect, because real life, me, I hate things with tentacles. I think we've already talked about this, so this is actually very on the nose.
Well, they are fierce creatures from what I understand, but as long as you avoid the high seas, I think you can consider yourself safe.
That's enough for now.
Anytime.
Okay. Well, one last thing, I guess. History lesson, if you will. What happened before when the Shadow Curse was unleashed?
Druids and Harpers joined together to put a stop to Ketheric Thorm. We marched on Moonrise, and after much fighting, we prevailed. Even in defeat, though, Ketheric turned to Shah. Not long after we sealed him away in his tomb, the Shadow Curse took hold. No one had seen the likes of it before. No one knew how to react. Then it started to claim all those within its reach. Those who had survived the battles now fell to the shadows, became part of the shadows. And worst of all, I lost contact with Thaniel. I wanted to try and find him, but we couldn't stay. We would have all succumbed. When the Archdruid of the Grove, my predecessor, was seized by the curse, I had to lead the survivors to safety. That was my first day as Archdruid. An inauspicious beginning.
Interesting. That's in the past. You faced the curse and rescued Daniel from the Shadowfell.
You're right. But the work is not yet done. Not while Ketheric Thorm still draws breath.
Look, I'll tell you what I told Daniel. It's on the to-do list. Thanks for the chat, Halson. I'm glad he's officially become part of our party now. And now that we've done all we can for the Shadow Curse, there's only one thing left for us to do, and that is go to Moonrise Towers. As I've said before, all roads lead to Moonrise Towers, and all roads lead to Ketheric Thorm. On our next episode, that's where we will be heading. So hopefully I'll see you guys back here again real soon for another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you all so much for watching.